Hey there folks, and welcome back to the I Am CDB project. I of course am your host CDB. You are not. And today, by request of Mr. Claudio of Portugal, we're going to do a shave video with the Deby shaving cream, which is about $3 usually ish. We're going to use the Echo razor, which watch the video on the Echo razor. I may not have posted it yet, so maybe I'll post it today. But anyway, I can't recall the order of these because I've done so many. The Echo razor uses half a DE blade. You can break it in half or just buy the DE blades already in half. So we'll use that again. And let's go ahead and wet our West Coast shaving brush, and we'll put a little Deby cream in it. The Deby is, of course, a inexpensive cream, but it works just fine. And we're going to give it a go today. By the way, some explanation required with respect to the Dawn dishwashing soap shave. That was not me just trying to come up with content because I'm desperate for content, because I can talk and just shave every day. You know, I got plenty to say. I can ramble on endlessly, if people have noted. But anyway, the reason for that was I said a couple of weeks ago, you can shave with probably just about anything if you want to. You can shave with a bar of soap. You could probably shave with Dawn dishwashing liquid. Well, one of the viewers said, I don't think you can actually do that. So I looked up the ingredients and did just a little cursory research. And it is a detergent, so it will strip the oils from your face, but I knew it was not so dramatic that it would bother me, and there was no effect whatsoever. In fact, to be completely honest, it did not dry me out. It did not really do anything. It'll strip the surface oils, and it did that, but I've had shaving products feel worse on my face with burning. It did not bother me at all. It just wasn't very good. You know, it didn't give a decent lather. It just didn't feel like a regular shave. Beyond that, I'd say for a lot of people, it would probably dry your skin out. Again, I don't recommend it. I was not recommending it. I was simply following through because the customer, basically said, I don't think you can use that. And I was like, oh, sure you can. I looked up the ingredients and again, not recommended. And no, I didn't jump the shark, although I can understand how people might feel that I did. It was strictly based on almost like a challenge. And so, no, I'm not going to regularly do those things, but that one I knew wouldn't bother me. It might bother you. The point of that exercise is to say, people make a big deal about all this software and how expensive it has to be, and in reality, you can shave with just about anything. Now, some things are clearly way better than others, but you can get a decent shave with just about any kind of soap. I don't recommend you use products that are not designed for your face, on your face. However, you can get by if need be. But however, I certainly do not recommend it, because I realize some people that would probably dry you way out, you'd have all sorts of problems. And so that wasn't the purpose of the video. It was just to show, hey, stop carrying on about needing 900,000 fancy ingredients. I can't talk this morning. Ingredients, excuse me. You can shave with about anything. You can shave with a $3 cream like this. I used a $3 soap, I think, the other day. There's a lot of things you can use. Some things are clearly better than others. That we absolutely agree with. But when it comes down to it, all this carrying on about I need a $70 soap, and no, you can shave with just about anything probably. Some can get away with more than others. But the point is to say, relax a little bit. That's all. And quite honestly, I have had some shaving products feel worse on my skin, burning my skin. It did not. It just didn't feel, didn't feel like a shaving soap. And so that was probably the major difference. And the fact that obviously there was no post-shave, not a great post-shave that people look for being, feeling great. That was obviously not the case. Apart from that, it was okay. Again, a bar soap works better. Feels a lot closer to shaving soap. The Irish Spring that I did. It was, much closer. But again, like I just said, I've had some shaving soaps burn my skin. I've had some shaving soaps not agree with me. I've had some that I had to wipe off my face. My face was turning blood red after only a few minutes because I was sensitive to an ingredient in the shaving soap. So just because you're using a product from an artisan's designed for shaving does not mean it won't mess with your face if you're sensitive to something in it. And that was sort of the purpose, again. I know it's not something I'm going to entertain regulate challenges from viewers, no. So that's the explanation there. As far as the Deby shaving cream goes, works just fine. $3 probably, somewhere thereabout. Might be able to get it cheaper depending on where you are. The scent is, it's sort of along the lines, not like Arco, but you know how folks don't like Arco because they claim it's a, sort of smells like a cleaner rather than a natural lemon. This particular one, which is the Deby lemon, it kind of has an industrial type lemon scent, like, lemon pledge or a cleaner type scent, more so than a shaving scent. But but it works just fine. So if you want to get by with a cream, a tube cream, doesn't cost much. You can check out Deby, and I have several other more tube creams because people ask for that. So that will be coming. And of course, haven't said much about the razor. Shaves just fine. Look at how much residue it picks up. Whew, picks up a lot of residue. These black and green and blue razors really pick up a lot of residue. But after the shave, I'll disassemble it and wipe it off, and that will keep it looking pretty decent. And then you can do a deep cleaning once in a while if you want to, and that will work just fine. Somebody asked me about taking long strokes, and a lot of people take really short strokes. I just go on how it feels when I'm shaving. If I can get away with longer strokes, sometimes I'll do it. And sometimes it requires a little shorter, choppy strokes. So again, it's just, based on the way it feels when shaving. And sometimes, you can make those longer strokes as required, or just shave it in the manner that feels best to you. That is my advice. There's really not one technique that works well across the board for everyone, which is part of the reason I've kept doing these videos over the years. Is some of the things that, I thought initially turned out long term weren't nearly as important as originally thought. And so that's where my channel is today, where at least as this sort of content is there to say, hey, relax, people. Save yourself a little scratch. Maybe go do something and have some fun with the family or friends or what have you. Anyway, so we have done just fine with the Deby cream. Look at all that residue. So the only thing about these anodized type razors really show that residue. Worked just fine, no problems whatsoever. $2 to $3 is generally what you can get it for. It will do the job. Is it as good as like the Perazzo Blue or this fine? No, I don't think so. But it works really well. It's inexpensive. You could take it, you know, I don't know, traveling with this probably more than whatever ounces required. But anyway, just an example of another product that you can use. Works well. You don't have to spend yourself into the poorhouse. And again, I hope you all understand the explanation for the Dawn video, because that was necessary. Anyway, thanks as always for watching. Until next time, I've been your host, Deby. You are not. God bless.